There are two types of health insurance for citizens in most countries: public health insurance and private health insurance. And if you read someone that's trying to understand the differences between these two so that you can make the best decision for yourself, your family, or even your business, then this is the video for you. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at the major differences between public health insurance and private health insurance, the advantages and disadvantages of each, so that by the end of this video, you have a better idea of which one might work for you. So first up, let's take a look at what is public health insurance. Public health insurance is a type of health coverage that is funded by the government and is available to all citizens or residents of that country. This means that everyone has access to the same basic level of health care regardless of income, employment status, or pre-existing medical conditions. The way it works is that the government collects taxes from its citizens, which are then used to pay for the healthcare costs of those citizens. In some countries, public health insurance is free at the point of use, meaning that citizens do not have to pay anything out of pocket when they receive healthcare services. In other countries, citizens may be required to pay a small copay or deductible, but these are typically much lower than in private health insurance plans. One of the biggest advantages of public health insurance is that it provides stability and guaranteed coverage. This means that individuals do not have to worry about losing their health insurance if they change jobs or become unemployed, for example. They also do not have to worry about being denied coverage for pre-existing medical conditions. Another advantage of public health insurance is that it can be a more cost-effective option, especially for those with low incomes or who are not able to afford private health insurance premiums. By pooling the resources of the entire population, the government is able to negotiate lower prices for healthcare services and then distribute them to its citizens at little or no cost. Despite these advantages, public health insurance also has its share of disadvantages. One of the biggest complaints about publicly funded health insurance is that it can be difficult to find doctors and other healthcare providers who accept new patients, especially in rural areas where there may be a shortage of healthcare professionals. Additionally, wait times for specialist appointments and procedures can be long since the number of healthcare providers accepting new patients is limited, and those professionals are fully booked. It should also be noted that public health insurance plans generally do not offer the same level of choice and flexibility as private health insurance plans. For example, public health insurance plans typically do not cover alternative therapies such as acupuncture or chiropractic care. And those that do cover these services usually only cover them to a limited extent. Additionally, individuals enrolled in public health insurance plans may have difficulty changing their coverage or customizing their plans to meet their specific needs. Overall, public health insurance can be a great option for those who are looking for affordable, comprehensive coverage that provides stability and guaranteed access to healthcare services. However, it is important to be aware of the potential downsides before making a decision. Now let's move on to private health insurance. Private health insurance, also known as voluntary health insurance, is purchased by individuals or businesses from private insurance companies. It is an alternative to publicly funded health insurance and is available to those who are able to afford the premiums and other associated costs. Unlike public health insurance, private health insurance is not a legal requirement, and individuals who choose to purchase it have the freedom to select a plan that meets their specific needs and budget. This means that there is a wide range of coverage options available, from basic plans that cover essential services to more comprehensive plans that cover a wider range of services, including dental and vision care. One of the biggest advantages of private health insurance is the level of choice and flexibility it provides. Individuals can choose from a variety of different insurance carriers and plans to find the one that best fits their needs and budget. Additionally, private health insurance plans often provide access to a wider network of healthcare providers, including specialists and other healthcare professionals who are not part of the public health system. This means that individuals with private health insurance have the freedom to choose their own doctors and other healthcare providers without having to worry about whether or not they are in network. Another advantage of private health insurance is that it can provide access to shorter wait times and faster access to healthcare services. Since individuals with private health insurance are not limited to the providers that participate in the public health system, they can often bypass the long wait times associated with publicly funded care and get the treatment they need more quickly. Additionally, private health insurance plans often provide access to premium services and facilities that may not be available through the public health system. This includes access to private rooms in hospitals, concierge medicine, and other high-end services that can make the healthcare experience more comfortable and convenient. However, private health insurance also has its share of disadvantages. The biggest downside of private health insurance is the cost. Premiums, deductibles, and copayments can add up quickly, making it difficult for some individuals to afford the coverage they need. Additionally, private health insurance plans often have coverage restrictions and exclusions that can limit the types of services that are covered. For example, some plans may not cover pre-existing medical conditions or may require that certain services be approved by the insurance company before they are covered. Another disadvantage of private health insurance is that access to coverage can depend on income. In some cases, individuals with higher incomes may be able to afford more comprehensive coverage, while those with lower incomes may be forced to opt for more limited coverage or no coverage at all. Overall, private health insurance can be a great option for those who are looking for more choice, flexibility, and access to premium services and facilities. However, it is important to weigh the costs and potential limitations before making a decision. In conclusion, both public and private health insurance have their own unique set of advantages and disadvantages. Ultimately, the best option for an individual will depend on their personal circumstances, such as their health status, budget, and desired level of coverage. For those who are in good health and have a steady income, private health insurance may be a good option as it provides more flexibility and access to premium services. However, for those who have a lower income or are not in good health, public health insurance may be a better option as it provides guaranteed coverage and is more affordable. Ultimately, it is important to carefully consider all of the factors involved before making a decision. No matter which option you choose, it is important to shop around and compare prices to ensure that you are getting the best possible rate. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something new.